USA versus Canada. Which country is actually cheaper to live in? Everyone has opinion, but let me show you real numbers. We will compare housing, food, transportation, healthcare, taxes and overall quality of life. We are comparing 4 cities: Vancouver versus Seattle, Toronto versus New York. All prices updated for 2025. By end of this video, you will know exactly which country saves you more money. Let's start with biggest expense: housing. Housing is your biggest expense. Average person spends 30 to 40% of income on housing. USA average home price, $417,000. Canada average home price, $709,000 Canadian dollars, equals $523,000 US dollars. So Canada is more expensive on average. But these national averages are misleading. Location matters most. Let me show you city by city comparison. Vancouver versus Seattle. Both are West Coast tech hubs with similar climates. Buying a home in Vancouver, 1-bedroom condo costs $550,000 to $700,000 Canadian dollars, that is $405,000 to $515,000 US dollars. 2-bedroom condo, $800,000 to $1.2 million Canadian, equals $590,000 to $885,000 US dollars. 3-bedroom house, 1.8 to 2.5 million Canadian, equals 1.3 to 1.8 million US dollars. Now Seattle prices: 1-bedroom condo, $400,000 to $550,000 US dollars. 2-bedroom condo, $600,000 to $850,000. 3-bedroom house, $900,000 to $1.4 million. Winner: Seattle. 30 to 40% cheaper to buy property. Renting apartment in Vancouver. Studio apartment, $1,800 to $2,200 Canadian dollars per month, equals $1,325 to $1,620 US dollars. 1-bedroom, $2,400 to $3,000 Canadian, equals €770 to $2,210 US dollars. 2-bedroom, $3,200 to $4,000 Canadian, equals $2,360 to $2,950 US dollars. Seattle rental prices: studio $1,600 to $2,000 US dollars. 1-bedroom, $2,200 to $2,800. 2-bedroom, $3,000 to $3,800. Winner: Seattle. 15 to 20% cheaper to rent. Seattle wins both buying and renting. Toronto versus New York City. Both major financial and business centers. Buying in Toronto, 1-bedroom condo, $600,000 to $800,000 Canadian dollars, equals $442,000 to $590,000 US dollars. 2-bedroom condo, $850,000 to $1.3 million Canadian, equals $627,000 to $958,000 US dollars. 3-bedroom house, 1.4 to 2.2 million Canadian, equals 1.0 to 1.6 million US dollars. New York City Manhattan prices: 1-bedroom condo, $800,000 to $1.2 million US dollars. 2-bedroom condo, $1.5 to $2.5 million. 3-bedroom condo, $2.5 to $4 million. Winner: Toronto. 40 to 50% cheaper to buy. Renting in Toronto, studio apartment, $1,900 to $2,400 Canadian per month, equals $1,400 to $1,670 US dollars. 1-bedroom, $2,300 to $2,900 Canadian, equals $1,695 to $2,137 US dollars. 2-bedroom, $3,200 to $4,200 Canadian, equals $2,360 to $3,095 US dollars. New York City rental prices: studio $2,500 to $3,500 US dollars. 1-bedroom, $3,500 to $4,800. 2-bedroom, $5,000 to $7,000. Winner: Toronto. 40 to 50% cheaper to rent. Housing summary: Vancouver versus Seattle, USA wins. Toronto versus New York City, Canada wins. But housing is just beginning. Next, daily living costs. Daily living costs, starting with groceries and food. Monthly groceries for single person in USA, Seattle or New York City. Basic groceries $300 to $400 per month, mid-range groceries $450 to $600, organic or premium $700 to $900. Canada, Vancouver or Toronto. Basic groceries $350 to $450 Canadian dollars per month, equals $258 to $332 US dollars. Mid-range groceries $500 to $700 Canadian, equals $369 to $516 US dollars. Organic premium $800 to $1,000 Canadian, equals $590 to $737 US dollars. Winner: USA. 10 to 15% cheaper. Restaurant meals in USA. Fast food meal $10 to $13. Mid-range restaurant $20 to $35. Fine dining $60 to $100+. Canada prices: Fast food 13 to 16 Canadian dollars equals 9.50 to 11.80 US dollars. Mid-range restaurant 25 to 45 Canadian equals 18.40 to 33.15 US dollars. Fine dining 75 to 120 Canadian equals 55 to 88 US dollars. Winner. Similar prices, slight edge to USA. Coffee prices. USA Starbucks Grande Latte, $5.25. Canada Starbucks Grande Latte, 6.15 Canadian dollars, equals 4.53 US dollars. Winner. Canada after currency conversion. Utilities and connectivity costs. Electricity, water, gas in USA. Average utilities $150 to $250 per month, varies greatly by state. Canada utilities $180 to $280 Canadian dollars per month, equals 133 to 206 US dollars, varies by province. Winner. USA, slightly cheaper. Internet and phone in USA. High-speed internet $60 to $100 per month. Mobile phone plan $50 to $80 per month. Total $110 to $180 monthly. Canada prices. High-speed internet $80 to $120 Canadian dollars per month, equals 59 to 88 US dollars. Mobile phone plan 75 to 100 Canadian, equals 55 to 74 US dollars. Total 155 to 220 Canadian, equals 114 to 162 US dollars. Winner. USA. Important note. Canada has significantly higher telecommunications costs compared to USA. Transportation costs comparison. Gasoline prices. USA $3.20 to $3.80 per gallon. Canada $1.60 to $1.90 Canadian dollars per liter, equals 4.85 to 5.75 US dollars per gallon. Winner. USA, 40 to 50% cheaper gas prices. Car ownership annual costs in USA. Insurance $1,500 to $2,500 per year. Registration $50 to $300 yearly. Maintenance $800 to $1,200 yearly. Total $2,350 to $4,000 per year. Canada car costs. Insurance $1,800 to $3,500 Canadian dollars per year, equals $1,327 to $2,580 US dollars. Registration $80 to $400 Canadian, equals $59 to $295 US dollars. Maintenance $1,000 to $1,500 Canadian, equals $737 to $1,105 US dollars. Total $2,880 to $5,400 Canadian, equals $2,223 to $3,980 US dollars. Winner. USA, especially for insurance costs. Public transit monthly passes. Seattle $99 unlimited pass. Vancouver $134 Canadian dollars, equals 99 US dollars for Zone 1. New York City $132 unlimited Metro card. Toronto $156 Canadian dollars, equals 115 US dollars. Winner. Similar prices, slight edge to USA. Uber or taxi for 10-mile ride. USA $25 to $35, Canada $30 to $45 Canadian dollars, equals 22 to 33 US dollars. Winner. Canada after currency conversion. Other monthly living expenses. Gym membership, USA $30 to $80 per month, Canada $40 to $100 Canadian dollars, equals 29 to 74 US dollars. Winner. Similar prices. Movie ticket, USA $12 to $18, Canada $14 to $20 Canadian dollars, equals 10 to 15 US dollars. Winner. Canada. Haircut, USA $30 to $60, Canada $35 to $70 Canadian dollars, equals 26 to 52 US dollars. Winner. Canada. Childcare full-time, USA $200 to $2,500 per month, Canada $800 to $1,800 Canadian dollars, equals 590 to 1,327 US dollars. Winner. Canada. Heavily subsidized childcare programs, clothing from stores like H&M, Zara, similar prices in both countries. Daily living summary. USA cheaper for groceries, gasoline, utilities. Canada cheaper for healthcare, which we cover next, and childcare. Transportation and entertainment are mostly similar.
Healthcare costs. This is the biggest difference between USA and Canada. USA system. Private healthcare, you must buy insurance. High out-of-pocket costs, even with insurance. Benefits. Faster access to specialists. More treatment options available. Canada system, universal healthcare, appears free but covered by your taxes, no medical bankruptcy possible. Downsides, longer wait times for non-emergency care, limited specialist availability. This is the game-changer difference. USA healthcare costs in detail. Health insurance monthly premiums. Individual coverage. Basic plan $400 to $600 per month. Mid-tier plan $600 to $900 monthly. Premium plan $900 to $1,500 monthly. Family coverage for 4 people. Basic plan $1,200 to $1,800 per month. Mid-tier $1,800 to $2,500 monthly. Premium plan $2,500 to $4,000 monthly. Annual costs for single person. Insurance premium $7,200 to $10,800 per year. Deductible $1,500 to $8,000 yearly. Co-pays and co-insurance $500 to $3,000 yearly. Total annual cost $9,200 to $21,800 per year just for healthcare. Out-of-pocket maximum can reach $9,100 per year for individual, $1,800 to $200 per year for family. Common costs before insurance: doctor visit $150 to $300, emergency room visit $500 to $3,000 plus dollars, ambulance ride $400 to $1,200, surgery $10,000 to $100,000 plus dollars, prescription drugs $10 to $500 per month. Without insurance, medical bankruptcy is real risk. You can lose everything from one serious illness. Canada healthcare costs. What is covered for free? Doctor visits, hospital stays, emergency care, all surgeries, diagnostic tests, maternity care, mental health services with some limitations. What is not covered? Prescription drugs outside hospital, dental care, vision care, physiotherapy. Ambulance rides cost 45 to 240 Canadian dollars. Most people buy optional private insurance, 100 to 300 Canadian dollars per month, equals 74 to 221 US dollars. Covers dental, vision, prescriptions. Annual cost for single person in Canada. Core healthcare $0. Private add-ons $1,200 to $3,600 Canadian per year, equals 885 to 2,652 US dollars. Prescriptions $500 to 2,000 Canadian, equals 369 to 1,074 US dollars. Total annual cost $1,700 to 5,600 Canadian dollars, equals 1,254 to 4,126 US dollars. Savings compared to USA, 5,000 to 15,000 US dollars per year less. Most importantly, no risk of medical bankruptcy ever. Income tax comparison. Higher taxes in Canada pay for free healthcare. Let me show you real numbers. $50,000 annual income in USA Seattle with no state income tax. Federal tax $6,200. Social Security and Medicare $3,825. State tax $0. Total tax $10,025. That is 20.05%. Take-home pay $39,975. Same income in New York City. Federal tax $6,200. Social Security Medicare $3,825. State plus city tax $3,500. Total tax $13,525 equals 27.05%. Take home $36,475. Canada with $50,000 income in Vancouver or Toronto. Federal tax $7,500 Canadian dollars. Provincial tax $2,000 Canadian. CPP and EI contributions $3,500 Canadian. Total tax $13,000 Canadian dollars equals 26% equals 9,585 US dollars. Take home 37,000 Canadian equals 27,270 US dollars. Now $100,000 annual income. USA Seattle total tax $24,000 equals 24%. Take home $76,000. New York City total tax $32,000 equals 32%. Take home $68,000. Canada total tax $29,000 Canadian dollars equals 29%, equals 21,370 US dollars. Take home 71,000 Canadian equals 52,330 US dollars. Tax comparison summary: USA has lower taxes if you live in no state tax state. Canada has higher taxes but includes free healthcare. Net benefit in Canada: even with higher taxes, you save significant money on healthcare costs. Break-even point is around $60,000 to $80,000 income. Above that, USA might be better financially if healthy. Below that, Canada is clearly better deal. Immigration ease comparison. Which country is easier to immigrate to? Canada immigration system. Express entry uses points-based system. Provincial nominee programs available. Easier path to permanent residency. 6 to 12 months processing time. Clear path to citizenship in 3 to 5 years. Points based on age, education, work experience, language skills. Canada Advantage. 67 plus points makes you eligible. More welcoming to immigrants. Government goal of 450,000 new immigrants per year. USA immigration system. More complex system overall. H-1B work visa is lottery with only 46% selection chance. Much longer green card waiting times, years or even decades. Very uncertain timeline. Benefits. More job opportunities available. Higher salaries possible. USA challenges. Lottery-based for work visas, immigrants from India and China face 10 to 20-year green card waiting times, stricter requirements overall. Immigration winner, Canada. Much easier and faster immigration process. If immigration ease is priority, Canada wins clearly. Quality of life factors, comparison, safety and crime. Canada has lower crime rates overall. USA has higher crime rates though varies greatly by city. Winner, Canada for safety. Public education. K through 12. Canada offers free high-quality education. USA offers free education, but quality varies greatly by location. Winner, Canada for consistency. University costs. Canada, 6 to 8,000 Canadian dollars per year, equals 4,000 from 400 to 5,900 US dollars. USA, 10,000 to 60,000 dollars per year. Winner, Canada, much cheaper, higher education. Work-life balance. Canada provides 2 to 3 weeks vacation minimum by law, 1 year paid parental leave, generally better work culture. USA provides 0 to 2 weeks vacation with no legal minimum, only 12 weeks unpaid parental leave, strong hustle culture. Winner, Canada for work-life balance. Weather. Canada is colder with longer winters. USA has more climate variety depending on state. Winner, USA for more climate options. Diversity and inclusion. Both countries are very multicultural. Canada has 21% population foreign-born. USA has 14% foreign-born. Winner, Canada. More immigrant-friendly policies. Nature and outdoor activities. Both countries offer excellent options. Winner, Thai. Both amazing for outdoors. Final cost summary. Total annual costs for single person with no kids. Vancouver versus Seattle comparison. Vancouver total costs. Housing rent, 28,200 Canadian dollars equals 20,787 US dollars. Food, 7,200 Canadian equals 5,310 US dollars. Transportation, 3,000 Canadian equals 2,211 US dollars. Healthcare, 3,000 Canadian equals 2,211 US dollars. Other expenses, 6,000 Canadian equals 4,422 US dollars. Vancouver total, 47,400 Canadian dollars equals 34,041 US dollars per year. Seattle total costs, housing rent, 30,000 US dollars. Food, $5,400. Transportation, $4,000. Healthcare, $12,000. Other expenses, $6,000. Seattle total, 57,400 US dollars per year. Savings living in Vancouver, 22,459 US dollars per year, mainly due to healthcare cost difference. Toronto versus New York comparison. Toronto total costs. Housing 31,200 Canadian equals 23,004 US dollars. Food 7,200 Canadian equals 5,010 dollars. Transportation 3,500 Canadian equals 2,580 dollars. Healthcare 3,000 Canadian equals $2,211. Other 6,000 Canadian equals $4,122. Toronto total 5,900 Canadian equals 37,527 US dollars. New York total. Housing $54,000, food $6,000, transportation $4,500, healthcare $12,000, other $7,000. New York total $83,500 US dollars per year. Savings living in Toronto, $45,973 US dollars per year. New York City is extremely expensive. Who should choose which country? Choose USA if you are high earner making $150,000 plus annually. Tech professional targeting FA Angie company opportunities. Young and healthy with no kids. Want maximum income potential. Prefer lower taxes. Can handle immigration uncertainty. Willing to pay for private healthcare. Best USA cities: Seattle, Austin, Denver, with no state income tax, offering high salaries with lower living costs. Choose Canada if you want immigration certainty and clear path, have family or existing health concerns, Value work-life balance over maximum income. Want free universal healthcare. Earn under $100,000 annually. Prioritize safety and stability. Want easier path to citizenship. Best Canada cities: Calgary, Montreal, Ottawa with lower costs than Toronto or Vancouver. Final verdict: cheapest country to live. Canada wins, mainly due to healthcare savings. Highest earning potential. USA wins if you are high earner. Best healthcare system. Canada wins with universal coverage. Easiest immigration process. Canada wins clearly. Best overall quality of life. Canada wins for most people. The answer depends on your income. If you earn under $100,000 annually, Canada is better deal. If you earn over $150,000 annually, USA might be better financially. Between $100,000 and $150,000, it is personal choice based on priorities. Healthcare costs are the deciding factor for most people. Comment below, which country would you choose and why? Subscribe for detailed Canada immigration guide, USA city by city cost breakdowns, best visa strategies for both countries. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your decision.